do the function. Nope. I don't fuck with the fuck shit. Throwing on my dummy fit. Fuck it. I'ma pop out. Welcome back to your second favorite YouTuber. I am J Shep Reacts. Right now we got a Morty video right here. She's worse than Jack Doherty. Go ahead, like my boy, like my dog video. If it'll, I don't know why it ain't. It's not processing my like. What's okay? Yeah, it's on some weird shit. Anyway, go ahead, like my video for me too. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate that. Like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I really do appreciate this. Appreciate that. Now this is a video about Nina Lynn. Yeah, Nina Lynn. So I think I've seen this clip right here. That's this cover photo, whatever the hell. I've seen this before, so.
Monday. So we call on Monday. Oh, ma'am. Damn. Oh. And the language that you're using in front of a 13-year-old, I don't appreciate either.
This is a public space. I'm gonna let you know that right now, man. This is a public space, so.
Well, and we wait our turn like grown-ups.
No, 100%. And I'm just letting you know that, sometimes you can also ask, hey, would you like to please use normal language in front of my daughter? That would have been great too.
I think in a public space, we kind of have an understanding.
I'm not gonna lie, that wall is blocking.
Well,
honestly, at this point, I'm just getting tired of content creators and streamers out in public using the "it's a public space" excuse when just being a general nuisance to everybody else who just has a regular life. Like, it just gets to a point to where you are just completely obnoxious, and then you don't have any public social etiquette for everybody else who are not in this line of work. And this is coming from me as a content creator who's been doing this for basically over 10 years at this point, and actually being paid for about 8 years now for uploading and streaming content to the internet. So obviously in this situation, I am probably the best person to speak on this topic. And mind you, ladies and gentlemen, this is the same Nina Lynn who was friends or is friends with the Zoe Laverne chick.
This AI ass shit. This is not no Nina Lynn. Hey, Maury, why you put this photo up? That is not no Nina Lynn.
Aid that editor / producer assistant for the streamer Silky. It went from "it's just a prank, bro" to "I'm just a YouTuber, it's for my channel, it's for my YouTube channel," to now it's a public space. Meanwhile, you are in closed facility in a private establishment with a child, a mother, her child sitting right next to you, and you're cursing using foul language. And you guys know I'm not a quote-unquote snowflake. Yes, I do curse. Yes, I do sometimes say outlandish stuff in my videos. But would I ever, in the presence of a family, a mom and her child, use harsh language, foul language, and be disrespectful in front of somebody who literally does not want to hear me cursing and acting a fool for content in an enclosed space when she's just trying to enjoy her spa day with her daughter next to her? Like, genuinely speaking, I fail to see how this isn't common sense at this point. If you want to go outside and do that where people have the freedom to move out of your way, they don't have to be trapped in an enclosed space 5 feet away from you, hearing you do all kinds of wild buffoonery, go for it. But if you're in an enclosed establishment, and mind you, again, this is the same woman, along with her best friend Zoe Laverne, who SA'd that young man, Syed, who was, by the way, banned for literally, 2 days max? Yeah, apparently.
Oh, I thought he was about to say Syed was banned. I was like, what?
This day and age is not taken seriously, if it ever will be. Yes, the double standard is very real. Had that been, oh my God, a male doing that to a female, roles reversed, that man, he would have caught charges. That said, though, I now see why the general public has a disdain for streamers now. It makes sense.
I appreciate you cleaning it up now.
Oh, of course. Everything has to be This is like the most parent argument. I cannot.
She calls her Aaron because she doesn't want you cursing in front of her child while she's at her spa appointment getting her, what is this, a pedi manicure? Or the pedicure is for your feet, right? And so was her kid right there. Meanwhile, you didn't even ask her for permission to have her on stream, literally on a live stream in front of thousands, potentially millions of people with the re-uploads. Like, again, if I were an IRL streamer and I'm in a situation like this, I just want to make sure everybody's comfortable. Are you cool being on the camera? Do I have your permission to film you? If I'm not in public and I'm in an enclosed environment like this, I want to make sure everybody's comfortable. And clearly this lady is not comfortable.
I appreciate the apology.
Yeah, see, I wanted to let it play a little bit longer. So what I was going to say is, okay, look, where it becomes an issue is when Nina starts she was saying like, oh, this is a enclosed public space. This is that's where it's like, okay, bro, like you doing too much. Now, the mom, she is doing a little too much. She is, like, the way that she was talking and everything, she is doing a little too much. So I will give her that, but your daughter's 13. You think she don't be hearing people cuss at school? Don't matter what school she went to. Promise you, she hearing somebody cuss around her. So yeah, I don't think it's that big of an issue, like Nina cussing. Now, if Nina was talking about like some crazy shit, like sexual stuff, I'd be like, hey man, like could you like chill out, you know, like in front of my kid. I don't want you talking about no sex and all that in front of my kid. Like that's a little weird. So yeah. Yeah. Now I cuss a good amount myself, so I just, you know, but if you don't cuss at all, you can't be mad because you did go to a public place that somebody was cussing. Now, what she doesn't know is that she's being live streamed, and I think Nina should have possibly brought that up to her. Hey, you know what? I'm sorry, you know, Hey, are you fine with being live streamed right now, or whatever, you know, because you're kind of in my camera angle or whatever, you know, cool. But yeah, I'll say this, like, I'm kind of in between. I see where they both went wrong. Nina, it's a public space, like, and you're arguing back with her, and she did kind of come off like a little, like the mom. She came off like a little authoritative, you know, like she's kind of telling Nina, like, you know, and like, you know, I don't like, you should have just asked her like, hey, could you, you know, chill out on the cussing, you know, I don't really cuss around my daughter, and I don't want her hearing stuff that you're saying like that, you know, and that's it. That's all it could have been. But she kind of did like come at Nina a certain way now, and you can't, I'm not even trying to cop no plea for Nina. I'm just saying, if that was me in this situation and you want me to stop cussing around your kid, ask me politely. I will say that.
Great.
Oh shit.
And then here go this weird.
One.
Yeah, this should be weird.
Two.
Sir, do not be recording.
I'm saying that. It's just me. It's just me. That's me. We got no one else. We can't do that either.
See, she deserves to be kicked out of this establishment. She's genuinely a jackass. Not only is the client not comfortable, the one who told her to, you know, calm down, don't curse in front of my child, but also the nail tech over there is now having to butt in. She clearly looks annoyed, telling her cameraman to not film. And now Nina wants to lie and say, oh, it's only just me. Meanwhile, you're using a wide lens that captures basically the entire frame of the room. Like, genuinely speaking, of all places, why are you in a nail salon doing any of this?
Yeah. One.
Yeah, this is
Two.
weird.
We had to.
Yeah.
Right. We had to do that. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, this is just straight up anti-social behavior. And again, this is why content creation streamers and, you know, people in my line of work are now some of the most hated people in the world. They view us as spoiled, entitled, rude, antisocial, just neurotic, and downright annoying.
Fuck. Bitch. Shit.
And they think this shit is funny. And of course, you guys already know I always like to get the general sentiment of the public, what people like to, you know, say in regards to these clips in the comment section, right? And in the comment section, people are now saying, Nina Lynn is the new Jack Doherty. I can't stand her, bro. Swear she's speedrunning to be the most unlikable person in streaming. Another person said, don't like Nina, but let's not act like 13-year-olds are all innocent. And I fail to see the relevance. See, this is some weird ass logic, and this is a slippery.
Okay, Maury, you know what they're saying. They're saying, like, let's not act like 13-year-olds don't hear motherfucking cuss. Like, they're not saying nothing else. That's what they meant to say. Now, I get maybe they could have used better wording, but come on, bro. Don't go in on them just because they said that. They ain't on no weird shit. They're just saying, like, they're not that innocent to the point where, oh, they never heard somebody cuss. But I get, like, the whole point is that, hey, you should be more mindful about who is around while you were cussing or saying and doing weird shit. That's all it is. I get it.
slope. And mind you, at 13, we all used to be 13. Some of us may have smoked cigarettes or drank alcohol or viewed explicit content on the internet. That now makes literal adults like Nina legally or morally in the position to now expose 13-year-olds to any of that because, quote unquote, let's not act like 13-year-olds are innocent. I just fail to see the relevance. It doesn't matter if that 13-year-old girl in that chair with her mom was innocent or not. There are certain things called boundaries of which it seems like modern people, especially content creators, just don't understand. Someone else said seeing streamers interact with normal people is hilarious because it shows how fucking stupid the streamer is. Here we have this one commenter by the name of Chris_303, Chris with a K, by the way. He said, clearly she don't give an F about what y'all think. She a vibe for real. The way he's even saying this is cringe. And she right, it's a public space. Protect your children all you want. Not letting them cuss is gonna have them cussing every sentence when they grow up. Soft ass generation. Yo, I think they're failing to understand the point, bro. There's something called boundaries, bro. Second of all, I'm an adult, and if somebody's sitting right next to me while I'm in a spa getting a pedi, right? Some guys do. I've gotten my feet washed and toes pampered in the past before. Don't come for me. That said, though, if I had some ratchet, ghetto, loud mouth,
real quickly, pedicure, that shit's like heaven, bro. Not even gonna cap with you. I went with my girl like 2-3 years ago, bro. Bruh, felt like I was walking on clouds after my shit got clean, bro. That shit was crazy. And they cut my toenail. Shorty cut my toenails so fast. I'm talking something clean too. She was like I was like, what? How you do that fast? It take me like a whole 2-3 minutes to do that. Like she was like I was like, what the fuck? Like that shit took her like 15 seconds, bro. It was crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. Man, my feet never felt softer. Like that shit was crazy.
Belligerent person next to me with a foul mouth saying all kinds of stuff while streaming. As a man, I would be pissed too. Like that's weird as fuck. And I'm an adult man. That doesn't mean I'm soft. You guys know I'm not soft, but there's something called a time and place for everything. I don't know why people just don't understand the concept of, particular places, different contexts for different behaviors. See, this is why the society we live in now is so like everybody's angry and cynical because we just don't have social etiquette and like empathy for one another anymore. It's really annoying and strange. Someone else pointed out something that I said earlier in this video. It's actually not a public space. It's private property and could be kicked out. I think they meant she could, which is true. Private property. The owner came in, saw you doing this, a manager, and wanted you out. You could have been kicked out. Public property means that you have a right to be there under federal law. A nail salon, a private nail salon that is not subsidized by the government is technically not a public place or space. Someone else then said, hate this bee, but kicked out for cursing. If this lady doesn't own the place and no one else has a problem, then she shouldn't be kicked out. And let's not act like 13-year-olds don't. I hate that logic. They keep bringing up that child's age as if there's any relevance. Just because some 13-year-olds curse doesn't mean all of them curse. And just because a lot of them curse doesn't mean a parent who's with that 13-year-old wants somebody else cursing in front of their child. The same thing goes for smoking, drinking, twerking, toting guns, and any other adult recreational activity.
I don't know. I don't mind an adult cussing around my kid. I wouldn't mind it. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But like I said, once they get to talking about weird shit, like how she got up and was doing fuck shit, like I'll be like, hey, like please cut that shit out. Like don't do that shit in front of my kid. I wouldn't say it like that, but I'll ask nice, like, hey, could you please not do that in front of my kid? You're being a little weird. But yeah. So I understand, like I said, I get, like, Shorty did ask Nina, like, the way it was very authoritative, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And, yeah, like, maybe I would have said that too. I don't know. But I'm just saying, I get where Nina could be upset, but at the same time, Nina, with her track record, she don't give a fuck. That's just what it is. She don't give a fuck. So, it's like, I have no choice kind of to be on old girl's side. But, yeah. Like I said, if you don't want nobody cussing around your kid, that's cool. But at the end of the day, it's like I said, sooner or later, they gonna hear somebody cussing around them. So, with or without you. But I guess since you are around, yeah. I feel like it's not even more so about the kid. Which I get, that's why he's like, oh, it doesn't matter their age, like, they're whatever. Doesn't matter. It's the mother. So yeah, maybe it is more so about the mother. The mother don't want to hear it. That's all it is. And I think that's where we should really be focusing the point at.
I'm sure plenty of kids do the same thing, but that doesn't mean a parent who's out with their kid wants somebody else doing that in front of their kid. Like, it's like these people don't understand until they have their own kids. Mind you, I don't even have kids yet. I probably won't for the next decade or so.
Which is yeah, like I said, I understand it. Like I said, I understand both sides. I'm not gonna act how I need to acting though. I would have just been like, hey, yeah, hey, my bad, man. I'll wash my mouth, man. I'm sorry, man. That's all. That's all I would have been like, yeah, I'm sorry. It ain't that big of a deal.
I can understand that very simple logic of not wanting to be around degenerate behavior while you're out on a spa day with your kid. Then this guy responded back by saying you're cursing, filming minors without a parent's and others' consent. Yeah, because even the nail tech was obviously annoyed. They also say you're being loud and having a full camera crew. Mind you, we didn't even see the person filming, like a whole camera crew in the shop. But yeah, they say having a full crew just watch you and be in everyone's way. The owners could easily kick her out unless she's gotten permission from the owner and consent of the customers to film them. But with that context, clearly this person doesn't care, and clearly Nina doesn't care. Like, I'm telling you, it's people like this who are gonna like make more rules for content creation. They're gonna force the hands of Twitch, YouTube, and Kick and all these other social media platforms to now start enforcing rules on all of us content creators that can limit our freedoms on what we can film because people like Nina can't behave. Literally, it happens all the time. All it takes is one content creator to fuck up, go too far, and now we're all being censored. Even if we do have the permission of other people around us to film, now all of a sudden we can't do any of it because Nina set the precedent. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this.
Yeah, man, that's the end of the video. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I said what I said what I think of it. Like I said, I understand both sides somewhat, like in the sense of like the way that Nina reacted initially, not when she started standing up doing that. I don't know why she did start doing that, because I did see that clip. I was like, why is she doing that? But yeah, like the mom, you could tell she wasn't fucking with Nina, period. I don't know what she was saying before before they started arguing or whatever. So yeah, I wish I did get to see the clip before that, but it is what it is. Like, it's like I said, when I have a kid, I don't think I'll ask somebody to stop cussing around them unless it's just like they are cussing to the point where it's like they're saying weird stuff, like, you know what I'm saying, like some weird ass shit. So yeah, but either way, I just feel like I wouldn't take my kids to like spaces where that'll happen, which this is a space where it shouldn't be happening. I get it, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, I understand both sides. So hey, but I am with the mother on this. Yeah, she asked you not to do it. You shouldn't be trying to act weird. Then you're filming them. You know what I'm saying? Because that little girl probably could have went to school and somebody saw her on Nina Lynn's stream somehow, and now they're making fun of her or her mom or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it is a little weird. Because yeah, you should have asked them, hey, are you comfortable with whatever? She could have turned this situation around. She could have asked the mom, hey, are you comfortable being filmed right now? And like, I apologize for cussing, doing all that stuff. I understand, you got your daughter. You could have turned this into like a whole little situation, like not a situation, a positive situation. You know what I'm saying? And having a whole conversation with the mother or something like that. And, whatever. Talking about what you do for a living and stuff like that. But no, yeah, you took it the way that she took it. Like I said, Nina don't give a fuck about none of that shit, man. So it is what it is. But go ahead, like, comment, share, subscribe. You can catch me, all caps J.Shep, on Apple Music, Spotify, Audio Max, SoundCloud, all that good stuff. My socials at IamJShep3. That's Instagram, TikTok, and my main YouTube page as well. And yeah, stay on the channel, watch some more reaction videos, and catch you on the next reaction video. Love you, appreciate you. Deuces.